Imagine a map of Asia in the 17th and 19th centuries, a world shaped not by modern borders but by powerful empires, competing ambitions, and the harsh realities of geography. Today, Siberia is known as Russian territory, but many people wonder, why did China give up so much land to Russia? To understand this, we have to go back to the 1600s during China's Qing Dynasty. At the time, China was one of the largest and strongest empires in the world, but its northern frontier was enormous: frozen forests, long rivers, and mountain ranges stretching thousands of miles. It was almost impossible to guard. Meanwhile, the Russian Empire was expanding eastward across Siberia, driven by the fur trade and the hunger to reach the Pacific Ocean. When Russian settlers and Cossack forces arrived near the Amur River, they entered territories claimed by the Qing Dynasty. Small clashes followed. Neither side wanted a full war, especially across such a remote and unforgiving landscape. After long negotiations, the two empires signed the Treaty of Nerchinsk in 1689. This treaty favored China. It pushed the Russians back and confirmed Qing control over much of the region. For more than 150 years, that peace held, but by the mid-1800s, everything changed. China was no longer the strong empire it had been. The Taiping Rebellion, foreign invasions, and internal political crises weakened the Qing government dramatically. At the same time, Russia had become a major global power, industrializing quickly and expanding its influence across Asia. Russia saw an opportunity. In the 1850s, while China was distracted by the Second Opium War against Britain and France, Russian diplomats negotiated new border agreements. These agreements were presented as friendly assistance, but in reality, China had very little bargaining power. Under the Treaty of Agun in 1858 and the Convention of Peking in 1860, China ceded huge areas north of the Amur River and east of the Ushri River. These lands became part of Siberia and the Russian Far East, including the region where the city of Vladivostok would later be built. Did China give up the land? Technically yes, but it was not a voluntary choice. It was the result of weakened leadership, military disadvantage, and intense pressure from a more powerful neighbor. The Qing dynasty simply could not defend its distant northern border while fighting wars elsewhere. The loss of this territory became one of many painful chapters in what China later called its century of humiliation, a period during which foreign powers seized land and imposed unequal treaties. These events shaped China's modern views on sovereignty, national strength, and territorial integrity. Today, the border between China and Russia is stable and officially recognized. The two countries settled remaining disputes in the early 2000s, but the history behind that border, the treaties, the struggles, and the shifting balance of power, remains a powerful reminder of how geography and geopolitics can reshape nations. And that is the story of why China lost so much of Siberia to Russia, not through a single moment, but through centuries of expansion, conflict, and negotiation, when one empire was rising and another was struggling to survive. If you enjoyed this video, then like the video, drop a comment, and subscribe to the channel.